Oh, let's do this. Let's just do this. Right. I still need to get some LN2, but I thought I'd rather go live than delay much further. Wow, almost 10 p.m. local time. What a perfect time to start streaming on a Friday night. So my rig details are wrong at the moment. Let me correct those. How's everyone doing? Are you pumped up for a bit of an LN2 stream? Or not really? Still got about 20 liters left, so yeah, so what am I overclocking? This is my second 5820K. The first one did alright, it hit 6 gigahertz, but I didn't validate it, so I'm gonna try and get a 6 gigahertz validation today. Let's see, rig details. So 5820K. I guess I can add RAM info, but it doesn't really matter. Hey, Doc Greger, how are you doing? Yeah, that's about right. Okay, so I don't have a temp probe cam or a boot code cam today. I was just so late trying to figure out my stream, so we'll have to do without those today. But first I'm just gonna boot Windows. So this is my old profile that I used on the last chip. So all I really need to change, I think, is all of these. Everything else should be good to go, really. Memory mode should be fine. Actually, I need to, yeah, 1.8 on both sets of channels. I go 125 base clock, and then obviously auto on everything. Maybe even go low, something like that. Encore should be on auto. Have you been overclocking lately, Doc Gregor? Should be the right season for it right now. 4.5 ambient. I don't do ambient testing. Sorry to disappoint you. I only do ambient testing in very specific scenarios, like architectures that are extremely cold bugged. Hello, capture card. There we go. But for something like X99, I just do LN2 testing. The way I see it is, I spend I consider it to be quite a lot of time going on eBay, finding a good deal, bidding on it, waiting for it to arrive, taking it out of the box, noting down the batch code, putting it in your board to make sure it works. Once I've gone to all of that trouble, I want to LN to it. Let's just do some sanity tests. Actually, I need a new CPU Z version as well. And this board is ES. You can see that there's a USB. Well, you can just about see that there's a USB port over here that signifies it as ES. Well, that's one of the hints. And it's one of the few USB ports that actually works on this on this board. Why does it not want to recognize that? Let's see if it's just that one particular stick or we really have a driver issue. It's looking a little bit better. Yeah, I know it's a mass storage device. I don't really care. I just want it to show up. Okay, so that's recognized. Now I just need to put CPU-Z on there. I hope there's no new release, 1.91 or something. Maybe I should throw on slow mode. I don't know if that's really going to help. Oh. That only dropped dropped everything by 1 gigahertz. That's not really a lot. Okay. Just checking for a new CPU-Z version. Ooh, no, there isn't. Okay. And I'll just get SuperPi tweaker as well, just in case I get that far. I pay about €1 per liter, so it's just for the. I mean, it basically means okay. So with paste, I'm maybe paying like €5 to LN2 bin, and my time to LN2 bin a chip. Why not? Why not do that? Magic. This is an old OS. uh, 9.0. Yeah, I was already there. I'm stupid. All right, it seems to all be working. All right, let's get some LN2. So the plan would be basically I'm going to try and run benches that don't require Encore and RAM first, just because I'm binning. So W prime and validation. And if the chip is good, or if I feel like going on with the session, then I'll do SuperPi 1M, maybe 32M, but that's really an outside chance. Yeah. Let me get some LN2. One more. All right, time to pour a little. Would help if the fan was the right way around. Hi, Ginger. Thanks for showing up. Always a pleasure having you in chat. So, with this board or this platform, I'm not sure because this is the only board I have. I need to post at around minus 100. Otherwise, anytime, yeah, thanks. I need to post at minus 100, and thanks to Bob and Zed for pointing this out, because otherwise it goes into like a slow mode that you can't, which reminds me I have slow mode hardware switch engaged. So I always have to check temperatures when I'm posting, because cold boot bug is actually minus 130, but the system becomes unbenchable really if you post at that temperature. Oh, hi, keep hating. Good morning. Well, it's 10 p.m. at night here, but if it's morning for you, then good morning. I hope you have a nice breakfast. Grab a coffee or something. Sit back, relax. I only just get started, so... Let's see if my fan is really where it should be. Thought it would be on this this profile, but oh, it is. Okay. So just about minus 20 at the moment. Let's do the easy stuff first. Let's disable all the cores and see if we can validate. Well, actually, 2 cores enabled should be fine for that, actually. I'm not really used to gigabyte bias, I have to say. Yeah, 2 cores enabled. That's all right. Minus 30 now. On the way to get your dewars filled. Okay. What are you going to bench? More X299? Other OS. Okay. Let's go to 1.5. Boot 5G is probably a bit adventurous. That should boot straight in probably. the postcode location really isn't great on this board. I'd prefer to have it bottom edge, but it's actually up here. 7350K. All right. Oh man, I can't wait to get a new face cam. This is just not ideal. Oof. Not sure what that was all about. Maybe just give it a bit more volts. Double zero. No worries. We all have shit to do, you know? And you're not even late. We're only just getting started here. Not even fully pulled down yet. Come on, Windows. You can do it. Ugh. What the hell is that about? Okay, let's try 100 BCLK just in case that's got something to do with it. It's usually, I find this platform easier to bench at 125 strap, but let's give this a go. So what does everyone think about the Country Cup stages that have been announced? Please no blue screen now. I always check my OSs before I start a stream, at least as to whether they'll boot properly. Blue screens sounds, or a Country Cup or blue screens sound like a great opportunity. Okay, let's unplug the USB. Country Cup, okay. Glad to hear that. I'm going to unplug the USB stick because that wouldn't surprise me. I don't think I have any devices enabled really. I mean, IDE mode, of course. What else? Let's turn off execute disable. That's never good for Pi, is it? Okay, minus 90 now. I don't really want to go lower than that. Come on. I really don't know what's going on here. Could lower the RAM multiplier, I suppose. If I was really looking for something to debug. All I've done is just raise the cold. Let's give ring voltage a try. 1.4, let's say. And well, 2400. Remember, you can't really go lower than that. I mean, they are tightened, but if you change the cold and it stopped working, maybe it is the cold. Wiser words have never been spoken, I have to say. Can't argue with that. That's some solid reasoning there. All right, let's load optimized defaults then. All right, so that's in AHCI mode. Now IDE on all SATA ports as my capture card drops out. Alright. I'll leave the peripherals enabled just in case that actually makes things better. This is the life of a competitive overclocker. Most of the time you're doing this kind of crap. Trying to boot a system. Come on, these defaults are optimized. Clearly it's gonna work now. CD driver. C driver. C driver.sys. I might have to re-image. It's like just copying over CPU Z has made the entire image just unstable. Well, that's okay. This is Windows XP. This is quick. Well, there's today's top scores. We have a new 4K world record, so that's nice. Rip, yeah, rip indeed. Come on, image. Please work. As my internet is also on strike for some reason. I have a mouse pointer. That's a good start. I didn't want to have a beer tonight, but I might have to get one out just to make sure that I cover all my bases in terms of good karma. This looks promising. Okay. Exciting stuff. I have an image that works at -60. Let's repeat the whole thing again with our new CPU-Z version. Unless, of course, this stick doesn't get recognized. Okay, let's go back to our previous process. You'll keep drinking. Yes, I definitely require that level of moral support. Thank you. Yeah, let's go back to our previous profile. One thermos down, none the wiser. Boot failure. Why would it fail to boot 3.8 gigahertz? Okay, let's drop down the Encore. Whatever KOC is, let's enable it. All this crap is still on. I think thermal is required for slow mode. This looks promising. I still like it when the Windows XP start screen after all these years. Fun fact of the day, Windows XP came out before September the 11th. So you think of that as being a long time ago, but actually it's not. Windows XP coming out is a long time ago. Okay. The excitement is building, guys. The excitement is definitely building. Let's be really professional about this and enable XOC mode. Because I am XOCing right here. It mightn't look like it, but oh man. How's that mobile Kaby Lake overclocking going, Cold Wove? Badly. On a scale of this stream and world record, is it better or worse? Okay, let's try 1.89. Okay, fuck it. Let's just do a 1.89. I just couldn't give a shit anymore at this point, to be honest. I just want results. So where's our 1.89? So here's our validation folder, and we also got to enable XOC. Maybe that is the problem. So let's actually do that. Okay, that's fine. Now let's get into our beautiful GTL and do some overclocking. I can't believe I'm saying this, but let's do some overclocking. There's a nice hit. 1921 from MSY. You're going to overclock it because it's not really good for anything else. It's not useful for anything else. I've got one. Let's go 1.6, make sure it applies. There we go. Encores really are 25, that's good. Let's go 45. I don't have BCLK control. It's really hard to get the management engine installed on these things. Maybe I should just do a cold bug check first. It's VIN dependent, but not that much. So minus 96, 97. Minus 100. Minus 106. Minus 110, 114. The last chip went down to about a minus 130 or so. Comfortably. A little bit more than that. But let's go up. There's 5.2G. 1.7 V-core is usually quite good for this kind of stuff. Let's do 5.5. There's 5.5. Let's validate it to make sure we're not hitting any kind of limit. Okay, there's 5.5. Let's do 5.7. There's 5.7. At minus 127 now, that's a good number to be at. Let's do 5.8. I won't bother validating that. 5.9. Okay. It wouldn't do 5.9. It's gonna have to warm up now anyway before the reboot. I mean, even when I do like a warm reboot like this, it'll still throttle. I'll actually show you that in BIOS. Yeah, okay, you're overclocking this 7640X. I got mine for 70 bucks on like an MSY weird sort of daily deal or some crap. Mine does 7.2 gigahertz, but I haven't really overclocked it in a long time, to be honest. Okay, it's cold boot bugging. Let's warm it up a little bit. No, well, I cleared BIOS, so obviously that won't work. There's something really weird about the PC building tag on Twitch. I don't know if it's a bug or there's someone actually policing that tag, because my argument, I've been asked before to use PC building as a tag, and I've added it to my stream so many. See, okay, so here we're throttled to 12 multiplier. But someone seems to be constantly removing it from my stream again, or some bug or something, because I just had to re-add it for the at least third or fourth time. Obviously -5 isn't real, so let's wait for that to warm up a little bit. I still need to go about 10 degrees higher to be able to post correctly. I got a beer. So this is Willie the Boatman, Nectar of the Hops. I'll tell you what it's like. I mean, would anybody argue with me here that this is not a PC building stream? It's the closest thing to a PC building stream. It's not exactly bang on a PC building stream, but it's... Oh, that was really interesting. Actually, I didn't even have to reboot. It just left throttling while in BIOS. I just saw it go up to 3.4 gigahertz. Yes, the cold stuff. I don't know if you're referring to the beer or the LN2, but either way, it's very relevant what you just said. Okay, let's go back to this. Let's go 0.35. Yeah. The beer is equally chill. Yes. How goes the work? Not very well at the moment, to be honest. Okay, there it is on Untapped. Why does it keep giving me boot failures? I'm not even trying to run anything outrageous in any sense, really. Maybe this crappy KOC setting is interfering. I really need a boot code cam. And I have a third cam, so there's really no excuse. I also need a capture card that doesn't drop out as much as this. All right, attempt number 2. So early indications are that this chip is possibly not as good as the last chip, but the last chip was really hard to get clocking on Encore. Very much struggling over 4 gigahertz without a lot of tweaking of minor voltages. So I'm actually I'm hoping for this chip to be good. But yeah, it's not looking great at the moment, I have to say. Yeah, whatever. let's go to where we really want to go to, which is 1.8. Don't we all agree? That's really where we want to go, is 1.8 volts for core. So that threw up enough condensation to defocus that camera. It's a nice effect. I might have over poured there. Let's see. There's 55, 58. Let's grab a validation again. Okay, 58 does work. 59. Here's 59. Okay, that didn't validate. Okay, I'm back. But unfortunately my rig is not. Okay, so we're at the good frequency. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. It seems like my internet is not doing great at the moment. My NBN has been having issues. For those of you who are in Australia, you might remember or know what NBN is, and it's pissing me off because I used to be able to stream at 10 megabits bandwidth. Whose internet ever does well? Well, my internet for the first 3 or 4 months of living in this current apartment I live in was very good, and now it's gone downhill for whatever reason. Start pouring, I suppose. Let's go 1.9. Why not? It's not a great chip anyway by the looks of things. Five point 8, 5.9. Yeah, same thing. Okay, let's see how it does multi-core. I can pretty confidently already say that it's not as good single core as the other chip. Let's do a few W prime runs. If it's gonna boot. Yeah, there's a lot of people who are hanging on to their current internet in Australia. It's you prefer the devil you know to the devil you don't kind of thing. Okay, so what I'll actually do is I'll try and do validations with all the cores enabled in hyperthreading, because sometimes that is actually better, believe it or not. It seems kind of insane, but on this platform a lot of things are a bit weird. Yeah, let's just save over that.